Hello, this is a third video in a set that goes through this demo program which demonstrates class hierarchies. And let's start by just taking a look at the animal runner. So currently I'm looking at the animal runner file. And we know that we can create a lion object, we can create a sheep object, we can create an animal reference and an animal object. We can create an animal reference and a lion object. And again, these first couple things here are just simply showing how we can access the information for the sheep. So we're outputting the information about the sheep one using the get methods. So the first thing we're going to look at is the toString method and see how this works. So remember in our design that the sheeps have unique fields. So if we want to output those unique fields, we can only access them using the toString method in the sheep class. Here are the unique fields, and we'll notice that the toString method is at the very bottom. So what happens is when we call toString with the sheep method, we return, in the first call you hear is it says super.toString. So this is the first time we've seen the super command used in this set of demo videos. If I just typed in toString there, it's going to call the toString within the sheep class again, meaning that we're going to end up in this endless loop and your program will crash. The super prefix there means I want you to look in the class immediately above it and try and find that method. And again, the important thing to remember here is that it actually will continue to look up the hierarchy. So if it doesn't find toString in the one above it, it will look above it again, look above it again. So it's a really important thing to know that super, it starts at the class immediately above it, but will work its way up until it finds that specific method. If it doesn't, then you have a logic error. So if we go into the animal class now, we scroll down here, we see there's my toString, and we return a name, and we get the name, age, we get the age, strength, we get the strength. And then it spits all of this information out, which sends it back to the sheep class. So all that information now exists here, and then it returns all of the information about the wool. So if I go into my program now, and I run this, we give it a second to run. Oh, I have to set this as an active project. Let's run that again. Let's run this file now. So if we bring this in here, this is my output. The very first thing we do is we output let's scroll this way, there we go. So we output the name of the sheep, the age of the sheep, the strength of the sheep, the length of the wool quality, and whether it's ready. So notice we've done this twice. The first output is because of all these systems.out.print lines we have here. But again, the second output prints out the exact same thing, but it can be done in a single line by using that toString method. So in fact, we can take this right out of there. Now if you look, we did the same thing with the lion class. So if I say the lion only has a name, an age, and a strength. So if it only has a name, an age, and a strength, those are all I need to access. And these are accessor methods in the animal class. So the lion class inherits them since it extends the animal class. And you can see in our output here that it will print out that information. Below it, I've used a system.out.print line 1, so that means the first place it's going to look is going to go into the lion class and look for a local toString method, which it doesn't have. So if it doesn't find a local toString method, it takes a step up the hierarchy to animal and looks for the toString method, and where it finds this one right here. So it spits out the name, the age, and the strength. So if we go into Animal Runner, I'm going to pull out this part here, and let's run this file again. And now we get it printed out. We scroll up. There's the information about a sheep. There's the information about a lion. And it does use that class hierarchy structure to reduce the amount of code that we have. If we look down the next set of lines, we've called the protect method. So in this case, we say lion1.protect, lion2.protect, sheep1.protect, and simply it calls the protect method in the lion class, the protect method in the lion class, the protect method in the sheep class. And there it is right there. Now, like I said, the animal class has no protect behaviors. So I'm going to comment this right out. And if I go, let's go into animal runner and let's build this again. Let's see if it builds. So notice we get an error now. It says it can't find line2.protect. What we want to examine now is this line right here. And let me pull up the line numbers to help us out here. Ooh, view, show line number. Line 19, we create a line object. We also create a line object in line 16, but notice the difference. In line 19, we make the type of the reference an animal reference. Even though we're constructing a line object, we're creating an animal reference. So this is where the computer gets a little confused, because we know that lion2 is a lion and we want to call the protect method in the lion class. But as far as the computer is concerned, or the compiler is concerned, this is an animal type. So what we need, since animal is a normal class, we need that protect method inside of here. If we don't have this protect method, what happens is that causes a compiling problem because it tries to find the protect class. Now, it will sort it out if we have an animal type and a line object. It will sort it out to call the protect method from the line class. But again, we need that method there even though there's no code associated with it. And that brings us to our next discussion about, which will stem from the question of, will we ever actually create an animal object? And we'll start with that in the next video.